Rodolphe's Revenge podcast, starring the celebrated Josh Davidson, the laudable Caspar High, and the risible Max Briley. Today's podcast features the delightful Dane Hansen, who's on loan to us today with the kind permission of the Australian Prison Service.
Good evening, listeners. I say evening because we're going drinking in a minute.
Wherever you're listening from.
Yeah, or whatever. I'm introducing Dane today. I'm the one introducing him because I'm the only one who knows who he is. But Dane is in the film industry, so he kind of gives us a bit of kudos to what we're doing. But it's quite topical for today. We are talking about horror on screen.
What makes horror scary?
Yeah.
What makes it really good?
It good? Yeah.
Yeah, what makes horror good? It doesn't have to be on screen, in books or whatever. But we thought it'd be useful because Dane's part of the film industry to have him here today.
We're hoping to be. Not exactly there yet.
Oh, come on. If it'll get us credit, you'll say you're part of the human trafficking industry if we say you are.
That would be quite horror in itself, wouldn't it?
Well, who cares?
Yeah. So what makes good horror? Then?
Yeah, what makes good horror?
Well, I might start with that. I think in horror, in film terms, I think it's best. The scariest things to us are what we don't know.
Definitely.
So things we don't see are definitely what's scariest to us.
Great example is Blair Witch.
Yes, exactly.
Blair Witch is
Definitely.
probably one of the greater ones. I think.
Yeah, I think that's probably the horror movie that scared me the most.
Yeah, definitely.
I think.
Yeah.
Because of its minimalist values too.
yes.
Yeah.
Because of how minimally it's shot and the minimal budget it was on.
Yeah. Did you know that they actually messed with the actors in that?
Yeah, they did. What they actually did was they gave them cameras and they just said, "All right, go out. We've got a plan for you of where you've got to go." But they would keep on telling them different things throughout. They had a walkie-talkie which they would communicate to them with.
Yeah.
And they would actually tell them like, "Oh no, we're going to go this way now." And they constantly detracted where they're supposed to be going.
Yeah, during the night they came over and made those sounds actually outside the tent to scare the actors and stuff.
That is such
a lot of the bickering they have is real because they were really pissed at each other, the actors.
That is such a scary sound, though, that crackling sound that you hear at night. There's just something so elementally terrifying about it.
Yeah.
And so you never find through the whole film. You never actually find out who the bad guy is.
No.
Yeah, what is this?
Same bad guy.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Is this just something?
Yeah.
Is this
Sure,
something
they had a reason.
supernatural? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Feed their starving
It's like-
children.
Yeah.
When they go into that house at the end, and there's the writing on the walls, that's so scary, isn't it? Just thinking, what's that saying?
Yeah, and how he's just facing the corner.
He's facing the corner.
Why is he facing the corner? It just ends with a mystery, and that's it's brilliant.
That's one of the best things a film can do, I think.
Well, a horror film. Not
Yeah,
a film.
yeah.
That's why they fucked it up so badly when they did Blair Witch 2,
I didn't see that.
Book of Shadows.
No,
But you know, the director kind of said that the second film, it's not canon.
Oh, of course it ain't canon.
It's like they're so different. He said that they can't really be considered the same franchise almost.
But there was another horror movie that we'd like to discuss, which is The Orphanage, and this is the only time. This is the only time while watching this film I've ever heard a grown man whimper.
Shut up.
It was Josh. Josh whimpered. You're watching this film, and it made Josh go.
Look, I said this to you guys, but I have this fear of dead children. I don't know what it is, but they shouldn't be dead.
There's been a copy of Stephen King's Do Marquee that I lent to him. It's been sitting on his bedside table for several months
They're
now.
much scarier than adults.
Yeah.
Innocent.
No,
I can
not
understand
even-
that though. I can understand it because kids are innocent, so they have no reason to be evil.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's unsettling, especially the ones that are slightly weird, like in the orphanage.
What
The one
about
with
what was that movie where they have the Simpsons episode, The Village of the Damned? That's it.
Oh yeah,
see
based on John Wyndham's novel The Midwich Cuckoos,
Okay.
which is it's basically The Village of the Damned, but it's set in rural Britain.
Right.
I've not seen The Village of the Damned, so
Yeah, I mean,
To be honest, I'm not much of a film buff when it comes to horror stories.
Really?
I'm more of the damage genres. But what would you class? Would you class The Shining as a horror movie?
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
Because I'm a massive Kubrick fan, and I think that was so good. It was such a good interpretation of Stephen King's novel.
Jack Nicholson was great.
Oh, he made it. But I've recently watched this documentary on Stanley Kubrick on The Life and Pictures.
Oh.
No. Documentary. And it shows the way he treated his actors on set. And Jack Nicholson just treated with utmost respect because obviously he did such a good job. But the girl,
You said
yeah,
big
can't
about
say
that.
that apart. Have you seen her acting? Of course you've seen her acting, but holy crap, how bad is she? It's to the point where you think that is she acting bad on purpose?
Yeah.
Is this a tactic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he would yell at her on set. She'd be like, "You're not getting this right. You don't understand."
Oh, he was
Yeah,
a bastard, Kubrick. He was like Hitchcock.
Oh,
Hitchcock
yeah.
was it?
Yeah, she
vile,
got
vile
like
man.
psychological scarring or something
Yeah.
from that.
Oh well, she said she wouldn't trade the experience for anything. Like in the interviews afterwards, she said, "Oh,
Really?
I love the experience." She said she wouldn't do it again,
Mm.
but she definitely, she wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
felt
But it
she
was
felt
like
she learned from it.
it was like The Birds, because that's another horror movie that I found quite scary. What I found a lot of Hitchcock horror movies do is it sets up a scenario, completely normal scenario, and the fear comes from you anticipating what's going to go wrong. But
Well, to go back to what we were saying before, though, with the whole you never get to see the what's the scary thing is. The Shining doesn't do that, so I think that's what again.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Because you find out that it's basically themselves, kind of. But the whole story's got so many alternate realities that you could possibly do.
Yeah.
This and that,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it so great.
I don't know if this is going a little bit, well, maybe not, but with Alien, the ship at the beginning, it's like, where the hell is that?
Yeah.
That's a horror.
It's like, it's like, I mean, you see what the alien is after a while, but it's like, where the fuck is that coming
yeah,
from?
but you don't know what it is though. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly,
Alien
yeah.
is pure fucking terror from
It
the
just
moment it
sneaks
bursts out
around,
of
yeah.
her stomach to the moment
Yeah.
it's blown out of the hatch.
But that's the thing with Aliens too. You kind of knew what was happening, and I was sort of making a case here for what was it called? The no, oh, I can't believe I forgot the name. Oh,
Twilight Zone?
No,
Exorcist.
Exorcist. That's the one.
Exorcist, I watched that recently.
Yeah.
I've not seen it before.
Funny.
I didn't find it. I
I've
never
never
watched it
scary.
purely because I thought I would be scared by it,
Yeah.
but I wasn't at any
Yeah.
stage. And
No, exactly.
And it was quite. I found out it wasn't about what I thought it was about. It
Mm.
wasn't about the girl being possessed. It was more about the guy, the chaplain, whatever it was, questioning his faith. That's what it was mainly.
Oh.
about, if you kind of think of
So
it.
is it good film though?
Oh, I think it was. I don't know.
Here's one of the problems with horrors is you can have a great horror film,
Yeah.
but it's not scary at all.
Yeah,
you can have a
exactly.
shit one, but
That
it's
is
really
true.
scary.
I mean,
And that's
But like back then, people were like shitting themselves.
People were
yeah,
really
everything. I
shitting
mean,
people
people
were-
were fainting.
Yeah.
fainting
People were
and
being
stuff
rushed
in the
out,
cinema.
people were being
It's
rushed
not
to
the-
hospital from the cinema because they were so scared of it. But
Now I look at it and I laugh. It's
there's
just
been
funny.
there's been an absolute landfall of God's walk past our bedroom with Domino's pizzas. There's been an absolute landfall of exorcism movies in recent years,
there's-
and with the exception of the Last Exorcism, which I quite enjoyed.
oh really? Okay.
I quite enjoyed Last Exorcism, but there's been a lot of horror films and
Is that the
possession
same as
films.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
No.
It's different from that.
No, it's but
It's based on the same story, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all based on
They've been just ridiculous. A load of Exorcist homages, i.e. rip-offs.
But have you ever read? I've read up on the topic of exorcism. It's just so ridiculous.
Yes, it's
People
like-
have gone
Holy
these.
shit.
These
It's
this
epilepsy.
person. I'm not going to speak on behalf of all of them, but it's the fact that some communities have damned these kids and something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possessed. They quotation mark there.
Yeah.
They've just starved them to death and basically ended up being the source of
Shit.
death for themselves. Yeah.
Which is why
Holy shit.
They've tied them to beds and they just haven't fed them. They've ended up starving. I think eventually they ended up getting charged for it for murder.
you'd hope so.
So, yeah, that's exactly.
But-
What
In horror movies, though, I don't. Whenever I realize it's religious, it takes away the horror
Yeah.
it
from
does,
me.
doesn't
Wreck.
it? Yeah, because
Wreck.
Wreck is a great example.
Wreck was
First-
an amazing
The first
film.
one is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
really
really
fucking
realistic
scary.
zombie-like
I've
movie.
not, Wreck. Hold on, was that the? It was remade.
Yeah,
Spanish one.
it was
remade
remade.
with Quarantine.
I was just about to
But-
say I've seen Quarantine recently as well.
Yeah.
And
Wreck.
I think it was just after being at your place in Cameron Head, and I watched it, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, it did create that sense of urgency in like.
Yeah.
Because of the way the camera work was. But, I mean, the camera work was done quite well. What I didn't like about it, though, was the fact that the guy holding the camera was very much like Stan of South Park.
Oh, really?
Johnny Masters. He was very much, are you startled? Oh, I'm very startled right now.
You should see Wreck.
There's a shot from outside the bus. Okay.
Yeah, Wreck is great.
But Wreck
Wreck,
2
okay, alright.
sells out by, oh look,
Yeah.
it's all possession.
Yeah, it turns out it's
Is
just
it really?
possession
I'm
and
not
demons,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really.
I think
disappointing.
I think quarantine were on the side of it was an infection. wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you would thought,
Or
wasn't it?
literal time.
There's a very bizarre lesbian kiss scene in Shrek 2 as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
But my point though,
Oh.
with the religious stuff was, I mean, it's a bit stupid because I don't really believe in supernatural stuff either. But I find that scary. But second, it turns out, it's the devil that's behind it. I just
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I'm not scared anymore
Have you
because
seen Devil?
I can't. No.
The
It's
M.
not
Night
the
Shyamalan.
elevator.
Yeah.
I've heard that's.
I quite liked it.
Is it?
I mean, to be honest, you understand it
It's
is.
a weird concept.
It is a weird concept,
Yeah.
but I was kind of like, no, it can't be the old lady. It's always the old lady, and it was the old lady.
Of course,
But-
it's the old lady.
Of course, it's the
But
old
apparently-
lady. But she dies. He's just like, whoa, okay.
Spoiler alert!
Spoil that.
we will do.
Damn it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But
already.
is this true, Dane? There's a scene apparently there's a scene in Devil where somebody tests if the devil is around by butchering a piece of toast and dropping it to see if it lands butter side down.
No, that's not
true.
true. That's not true. No. But have you heard the theory of if you put a cat that always lands on its feet and a buttered piece of toast that always
Yes.
lands on the buttered side, if you put the cat's feet on the buttered part of the toast, we have a conundrum, don't we? We have a
Yeah,
it's
that's
roll
never
forever.
ends.
Yeah.
They constantly spin.
You know, this isn't a theory. You know, this is actually
Well, this is
scientific.
fact.
does
Yeah,
happen.
this is scientific fact.
Yeah, I've got a cat in the
My
shed.
cat,
and I'm
yeah,
gonna-
it's still going.
This is how they explain nuclear fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, just eternal cat energy. A
Well, so we haven't actually done the experiment, but this is how religious beliefs are.
Yeah.
put out.
a perpetual motion cat, if you will.
Sounds like there's a cat going.
We go back to Alien, actually. We came back, the director of Alien. That was, what's his name? He's really famous.
Ridley Scott.
No, that was the second, Alien 2.
No,
no,
Ridley Scott
Alien-
is Alien
Aliens
1.
was-
James
no,
Cameron.
James
is
Cameron,
Aliens
Alien 2, that's what I meant. James
Yeah.
Cameron, he always had almost had a mutiny on set. Did you realize
Really?
this was his first directing film? And they were all ready. It's in his biography. They were talking about how he was ready to. They were all going to have a mutiny because he was just apparently too young and they just didn't respect him. And he was managed to turn that. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, but it was pretty respectable the way he was able to turn around and put it all in his favour and come out.
Yeah.
with it. But it seems to be Alien's history like a thing for first-time directors. I mean, David Fincher did the third one, and that was his first time directing a feature film.
Wow.
So.
Interesting. Yeah,
But
but
he
David
come
Cameron,
out with
James
amazing
David Cameron. James Cameron did all
Did he
right
do the
with
fourth one?
Alien.
Dave
Fourth
Fincher.
Alien.
I think he did the fourth, not the third.
Oh, okay, that could be.
I don't think the third
No,
was
I think-
directed. I don't think it
I think it just happened.
made. Yeah, it just
Yeah,
happened.
just
It was a
Oof.
spawn.
straight. My dad has a word for that. Words. It's straight to DVD.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it is. Though,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Was it really though? Was it straight to DVD?
No, but that's the way.
Right.
It's like the room. Straight to DVD.
Well, yeah, but straight to
Well,
DVD isn't just your dad.
actually,
that's
the
an
room
actual
wasn't straight to
established
DVD.
expression.
Was it not?
No,
Oh no,
it
no,
has
you're
a
right.
pre-
It was
yeah,
actually
it has
okay.
premiered
Okay.
at the select
I'm using
cinemas.
the wrong films
What
as
the
example.
what the terms of horror film though? Does it have to be supernatural?
No,
No,
Because
as
Alien-
long as
Aliens-
it's scary.
Because if it's something that
supernatural.
scares you, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'd say that's horror.
Because
As
there's a
long
lot
as
of
it
other
tries
things,
to
like
scare
violence
you.
scares people, but you don't class that as horror, do
But
you?
that, when you,
No,
if
but
you
it's-
You
think
can't, you could do if it's like
Yeah.
the Chainsaw Massacre, where
Yeah.
it is human.
well,
It's
you
not-
kind of, it's more scary to relate to something that could potentially happen to you.
Exactly,
like,
yeah,
It's
that's
like with
true.
comedy, you know, they make jokes about like you getting ready in the morning, but it's like everybody does that, and at no point when you're getting ready in the morning is
Is
that
it ever
scary.
funny?
Funny.
Exactly.
Well,
Scary.
yeah, there we go.
Oh,
well,
no, it could be
sometimes
scary.
when I see
Yeah.
myself in the mirror, it's fucking frightening. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a way it's filmed.
yeah,
Everything is scary.
have you
Scenes that
seen
wouldn't be
Wolf
scary.
Creek?
Yes, I have seen.
Oh my god, that shut me up. That did.
Oh really?
Yeah, I
it's
didn't
probably
like
for you
it.
Foreigners, yeah. Foreigners.
Really
I'm the
didn't.
foreign one. Right? Yeah, no, no. I find it wasn't that scary. But then again, I watched it in an environment. I think it also depends on the viewing
Yeah,
environment.
definitely.
In
definitely.
which you are watching it.
Mm.
But
Especially
I
if
think
you're by yourself.
exactly, yeah. But I was watching it myself, but I was not in a very scary environment. But I didn't. Because I actually read up about it as well, so you have based on a true story. The true story was very far from
Yeah, they
very
do
far
that.
from.
The ultimate
So it's very
cop-out.
loosely based, might have been a more accurate term.
Yeah, so that's a bit in Anchorman. Where it's like the following events the following film is based on true events. Only the time, place, and events have been changed.
Well, they did that in Fargo as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was turned out. But that, they played on that though. They played on it being based on a true story, and then they had to come out later and say, no, it's not based on anything really.
Mind you, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and on this is getting a bit off topic, but on the topic of Fargo, I said I was at a party yesterday, and I said someone Fargo was a really good film, the subject of film came up, and they said, "Come on, what happens in Fargo beyond the wood, apart from the wood chipper scene?" And I thought that is actually a very good point. I mean, I like the film, but not much happens in Fargo beyond the wood chipper scene.
Well, I can. It's a fairly straightforward plot. It's not played straightforward.
Yeah.
The Coen brothers doesn't do it straightforward. But
No, they've not. It's like almost like today they've not to do a linear production.
Exactly. But still, it's fairly straightforward. A guy makes some criminals, hires some criminals to kidnap his wife, so he can make his rich father-in-law.
I know.
money.
Don't get me wrong. I love the film. I love Fargo, but I think the guy made a good point. Not much happens in Fargo beyond the wood chipper
But
scene.
you know, that's a Coen brothers film. It's either not much happens or a shitload happens.
Yeah, it's scary how off topic we are.
It's scary how unfunny that was.
Right back at you, man.
Shit, right in the
Snapped
testicle.
it.
But
Yeah, let's get back to horror.
Yeah.
What about like earlier things? I found. Have you ever guys heard of a show? I don't know. I was in Australia, but I don't know if it's here. It's called Are You Afraid of the Dark? Actually.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hated
saw
it.
that, I think. It was a series, wasn't it?
It was a series, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I think
actually
I saw some
quite
episodes
good.
of that.
I mean, obviously, I've not seen it for a while, but
Is your shit saying?
Actually, yeah, I remember it now. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. Because I
it
remember...
had a clown episode. Did you see that one?
Yes.
And they found his nose in places. It's quite comical now, but they find his nose in places.
scared you as a kid.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking Buffy.
Goosebumps, yeah,
Buffy.
Goosebumps as well.
Buffy scared me as a kid.
I don't really
That
watch
big
Buffy.
fat blue.
Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon. Good old
I
Josh
never
Whedon.
watched that back.
You never
But
watched
yeah,
Buffy?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps is great.
The
Yeah,
thing
I
that
love
scared,
Goosebumps.
the episode that I clearly remember, the one that scared me the most, and taking a
Creek.
case for that. No. That's Goosebumps.
Wolf Creek's in Goosebumps.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember that.
The Wolf of Wolf Creek.
Oh, yeah,
Not
but
sure
there
if
is
that-
no.
not sure if that title's
There is no
accurate,
wolf
but
in Wolf Creek, though.
There is.
So.
He's a werewolf.
Are we talking about the same? We're not talking about.
Oh
the
wait,
same
no, there's
film.
no wolf in Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek is an actual place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what I'm
no,
talking
there is no
about.
wolf that owns this
No,
creek.
Let's continue. I'm interested to know which episode of Goosebumps scared you.
Right. Anyway,
Some guy just walked up to Wolf Creek. You better be going back where I'm.
But yeah, the bit in the episode of Goosebumps was like the there's this blob thing. Remember that? And it eats at the blob that ate everyone.
Yeah, the monster goo.
Yeah, and it scared the crap out of me because you never see it, and people are just going. Whoa! They're like vanishing downwards into. They're all clearly like
I think
dropping
the
down.
most famous one that was made in the thing was the Night of the Living Dummy. Did you guys remember this one? Night of the Living Dummy. It was
Wasn't the one with the mask one of the most famous ones?
No, I think it was the Dummy.
But
Night of the
this
Living
is the
Dummy. There was
title, but-
four
But what this
books made.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Three
Well,
or
that was
four
kind
books.
of based on Chucky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Based on Chucky. No, this is before Chucky. So
Oh, really?
yeah. But also there was. There's a lot. I remember reading all of them.
But this shows that something doesn't necessarily have to be of the absolute horror genre to scare you. I mean, as a kid, things scare. I mean, I mentioned a while ago that I was traumatised as a child by the Moomins. The fucking the Groke.
The Groke.
The Groke is so
scary.
The Groke is so scary.
Can I be enlightened on what these
The Groke is.
the Croak.
You know about the Moomins?
No, I don't know.
Those fat hair-like
It's like
things that are.
this finished series about this.
About
It's
these
like this
cre-
fantasy world.
about
and
these
these
little creatures.
and they're like kind of trolls or something.
Oh, is it kind of like?
But they're
For the most part, it's really
Never mind.
it's oddly light-hearted.
yeah, but
Apart
the
from
Groke though,
the Groke is like this troll monster that just
this giant purple sad thing that just has this terrifying look.
it has this frozen smile.
And
Anyone who
has
hasn't heard of this,
blind
Google
kind of
Moomins Groke.
Yeah, and everywhere she goes freezes and dies, and everyone is like terrified of it in the series.
That
And
sounds
part of what makes her so scary is that she's so out of place in this happy story about trolls who live in a wood,
Exactly.
and she just really, really unsettling. It's just really odd. It's just okay. Horror. What scared you as a kid? What scared you guys as kids?
Clowns.
Clowns.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being stereotypical here, where everybody's just like, "Oh, clowns now." Yeah, clowns scare me. But if you had the right kind of clown, Wood Skirty. We've seen IT. Sorry. IT.
I remember on my
I
IT
used to call
class,
it
it's
It's Crowd
terrifying.
and IT, but
Yeah.
do you know they're remaking it
Now that I would like to see
Yeah.
because
as a feature film because it was originally
cool,
a TV
it's a series.
Yeah.
But the version of it with Tim Curry, I just found that silly. to be
I did
honest.
find him freaky, his face, because
Yeah.
Tim Curry without the makeup
With the
was still
teeth.
pretty creepy looking.
But I would
It's
love
still
to
Tim
see.
Curry, though.
I would-
I've seen
yeah.
it so much that
He
it's
looks-
not scary.
Scary Movie 2.
He looks too much,
Yeah.
almost too much like a clown
Yeah.
in that to be scary. Because I don't find clowns scary at all.
Okay.
But I would find a postmodern sort of version of it where he's more monstrous and more.
Yeah, well, I bet they're redoing it. I think they may go that route.
Yeah.
But I think just the implications in the film itself were a little bit
a lot of weird,
quite-
creepy people.
like
in
the
it.
whole
Yeah.
scene where he's in the gutter and he's just like coaxing that child
Have you read the
to
book?
put his hand in.
You've read the book.
No, I've not. No,
The book is utter. It is sheer terror.
really.
Utter terror.
I'll look forward to reading.
So much scarier than
Was it
the
really?
series.
Well, this next one, yeah, especially much more close to the book.
Mm.
This is the year of reboots and remakes.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Decade of reboots and remakes.
Mm.
I'm okay with it because it just seems
Yeah,
like
I
I'd
don't
rather
mind
them make a good remake than make a shit film.
Yeah, I
I don't
agree.
get all.
I
I don't get all the hatred of remakes. at all.
I'm fine
Me
with them
neither.
so long as they are improving
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Definitely.
but a better
It's
remake to
It's like
improve.
it's like The Thing. It's been it's apparently being remade at the moment, but it isn't. It's not a
that's
remake. It's a prequel,
Yeah, that's a
Mm.
which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I think they're like I was saying to Josh earlier, they're remaking the Fantastic Four eventually as well.
Yeah.
To be
See
fair,
if it's possible to make a good Fantastic
Thing,
Four movie.
that's a good horror.
What
Thing.
The Thing? The Thing is a good horror because
Yeah.
because it's about deformity and
Oh.
it's about deformity is unpleasant and scary
Yeah.
to humans.
Yeah, I'll bring something up too. The fact that I read this article a while back. It actually kind of said, what are these? What is the the horror movies that we see are superficial implications of what we're internally scared of, and I think the zombie genre is generally a zombie movie. What we're really scared of is overpopulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of these. I think clowns. I think it was pedophiles.
Mm.
We're actually scared of pedophiles, and clowns just an outward manifestation.
What about dolls?
What we
Oh, that's what I was
I'm
gonna
not
say, my
sure. There's a
childhood
whole
theory.
list of them. I can't.
Yeah, there would be a whole list of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
But
traumatizing.
it does kind of make sense. I mean, I'm not sure if it was built from that. It's like you go, okay, we're scared of overpopulation. Let's make zombies.
Mm.
I think they might have gone the other way round.
Yeah.
and just had zombies.
They sort of post-rationality, yeah.
Yeah.
The weird thing is with me though, with Dane, it's. Can I ask, were you scared of clowns before you saw it?
No, it's not.
You were not.
I think
Okay.
it was definitely something your condition.
With Dane, it's clowns. With Josh, it's dead children
And doll.
and dolls.
I think it's a kind of a mix of the two.
What is it with you, Cass? What
They
are you-
dead.
I was kind of the
children.
dolls, and I remember at some point in my life, it was just in general monsters, but I remember reading about the boogeyman at some point.
and being scared by that.
That scared the shit out of
Yeah.
me because there was this story that was supposedly real about this like big brother that went into the closet of his little brother to like
Oh,
show
that
that it was
story.
nothing scary, and then he like screamed and disappeared. And I remember that just got to me for some reason, and it
But
scared me for so.
When
many
you're a
years.
little kid and you have all these picture books, there's one book that you read, and in that picture book there's always one picture that you skip over because you don't want to look at it because it scares you so
That was
much.
always
Oh,
The
yeah.
Exorcist in my books. The makeup and everything on
Yeah.
The Exorcist, I couldn't look at it. Just couldn't.
Yeah, there's always something as a kid,
Definitely.
never when you're as an adult, because adults are scared of more abstract things.
Mm.
Weird.
Yeah,
More real life situations.
yeah, more real life situations, more abstract stuff
Like
like
that.
I don't know, bankruptcy
Or
But-
sinking or shit.
or sinking on
Or
shit.
children
It's
dying.
really weird. Now you're
Nah.
saying it, it's so true. I remember a friend of mine had a Spawn comic, or it was actually my cousin. We lived in the same house, and he had this Spawn comic, and it's like really violent. In one of the scenes, this fat guy's hung up and he's stabbed
Yeah.
with ice cream sticks,
Mm.
and there was all this violence, and I could read the comic without any problems. But there was one picture of like this skull kind of
Yeah.
that Spawn was holding. There was something about the face that just
Yeah.
scared me so much. I couldn't look at that page.
There's always
I
page you can't
couldn't look at it.
It's
But
always
I
a
could look
drawing.
at everything else, and it was violent
Yeah.
as shit.
It's
weird.
violence. It's just not the violence that scares you.
It's
like,
not
I mean,
that, yeah.
Like, you know, in the Saw films, what would you class those as? I know everybody class them as thrillers.
Pornographic
But
gore.
yeah, well, it's porn.
Torture porn.
Torture porn.
Torture
yeah,
porn, yeah,
torture
that's
porn. Where it's,
what it's
it's not what I originally thought it was. The term I thought meant porn, people getting tortured, like though naked. But no, it turns out later on that it's just pleasuring to see torture.
It focuses on
Images.
violence and torture in the same way that porn
Yeah.
focuses on sex.
It's like
Hostel, they're making a Hostel Part 3.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's Eli Roth, man. I'm not a fan of him at all.
Oh.
Not the slightest. I'm really annoyed that Quentin Tarantino has produced Hostel
Yeah.
and Hostel 2, I think it is.
Well, they have like a romance or something.
Not anymore. I'm not sure if
Eli
they do
Roth
anymore.
was- he was
No,
in,
that's
like,
Martin.
but-
Him and Martin Rodriguez.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was him.
Tarantino's a prick, though. And he's
Oh,
my
I
fishing
don't
period.
know. I find him really funny and
Yeah.
entertaining. To be honest.
Yeah. He does
I
make
can
good
understand
films.
that in certain
He makes
aspects,
great films.
but I think he can be. But I don't know. I think it's just maybe something to do with the fact that a lot of people podcast.
yeah.
Which is fair,
Yeah.
which is because he's famous. But going back to it, no, I don't. I have seen every Storm film purely because I've been interested to see what they come up with next. I've never enjoyed watching people
Don't
get
lie.
tortured on the show.
You love it.
You're right, I love it. I wank off to it constantly.
Alright, we didn't need that.
17
That's going to look
times
good in
a
the
day.
animation.
No, it's not take there. But no, I'm just always intrigued by it. I really wouldn't. I want to see what they come up because it does sicken me though.
I know.
It really sickens me to think that it's just a movie, it's just lights and stuff. But someone has come up with the idea.
It's
Yeah.
kind of when you're on the internet and there's like a video, guy chains off his own head.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not clicking that. I'm not watching that. Click. Oh my god, that's horrible. I'm never
Yeah,
watching
I
that
can't
again.
really watch that
Oh,
again,
guy
yeah.
stabs himself in the dick.
But have you seen?
Oh, no, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. It's
right.
horrible. I've seen someone take an axe to... Oh!
Have you seen Natural Born Killers though?
No, I want to
It's,
see that.
I would highly recommend seeing it. It's done by Oliver Stone. The screenplay,
Yeah,
original
Woody Harrelson
screenplay was
is
done
awesome.
by the original screenplay was done by Quentin Tarantino. Sorry, I said his
Quentin
name like with about
Tarantino.
5 different more syllables. It's really good. It hits that topic on violence in films and in the media. It's just saying, is it a tuning? We watch these images of violence because they're entertainment to us. It's we enjoy them, and they're kind of evoking. Like the media is constantly giving us this information, like 5 people died today. This is how they died. Do we need to be seeing this information? It's kind of
Make it
it's a
better,
great.
really.
It's a topic. It's a topic. It's kind of like a bit controversial. I don't know. People do die every day, but do we need to hear about every single person who dies?
No, exactly.
Unless the report can somehow benefit us by saying, "Don't do this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody died
Should we be
from
seeing
this.
it because it's purely entertainment? How much of the news is violence? Think about it.
It is.
About fucking 90% of it is. So yeah, it's just that's what that film does bring up, and it's great. It does it brilliantly. So I highly recommend seeing it.
Cool. Did we want to move on to games?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good
Why did you want one?
horror in games.
Horror on screen is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But horror in games, I mean, Josh and I both played Dead Space. We both played Dead Space.
Yeah, both sat in first year. Both sat in the in our room, lights off, curtains drawn. The sort of curtains that cancel out the sun if it was next to it. And it's not terrifying, but it's freaky in
It's
places,
the thing
especially
is,
the second one.
In Dead Space, it's not horror, but it's just savagery. And unlike in the Saw films, in Dead Space there's a kind of beauty to the savagery.
Yeah.
Almost is kind of sort of almost a sort of aesthetic beauty to it. I can't think of a better word than beauty.
It's more of a sci-fi than a
Yeah.
horror. You know,
Oh,
I get
completely.
there's obviously survival elements to it, but that's the thing that people that trying to class it as one thing will inevitably be unsatisfied. The whole thing with when he goes out to space to fix the solar arrays and stuff.
Yeah.
If you accidentally fuck up and go a bit
You're
too far
fried.
one way, you're fried to bits, and that's more terrifying than those monsters.
But in the words of the great Yahtzee, a bloogie woogie woo.
Yeah.
But
Up in your face and just jump.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we read somewhere the other day that apparently the monsters from Dead Space were modelled on car crash
Yeah.
victims, stuff
That's
like that.
really
well
unpleasant.
designed.
Unpleasant,
Very
yeah.
well designed.
Yeah,
I just
cool.
don't think it's a scary game.
Yeah, I tell you
I
what,
love the game. It's a nice
Yeah.
game and it's very visually very nice, but
It
it's
does.
scary.
It does depend what you're scared by as well, because it's not it's kind of a bit jumpy and you expect it to
The
happen.
children freak you out.
The
the babies.
children would, yeah, for me. But there's the particular one that carries the sack of explosives. As it's coming round, it's
It makes those noises. Now that's scary because of the noises it makes.
not more because you know what's coming and
Yeah.
you can't see where it is, sort of thing, but it's the
Yeah,
preparation.
it's the
But-
thing is, those noises, you can imagine yourself lying awake at night, you imagine yourself suddenly hearing those noises.
Yeah.
That's what makes it scary.
Yeah.
But
The thing is, though, in Dead Space 2, you can kill everything that comes at you.
You can,
And
but
that kind of takes away
with
the
some talent.
scare from it, because
There is
in
partic-
horror movies, the victims, the main characters, they don't know what they're up against, and they have
Yeah.
no chance in actually fighting it, usually.
Well, it's going
But
to
in
get
Dead
the
Space,
second one.
you're mostly the
know
most
that.
dangerous person.
Yeah. Well, the second one, they know that because, as you were saying to me before, that you relate more to him because you see him, he speaks. But there's particular monsters like that you know that are there, and you can't kill them unless you have to progress. No, you have to kill them to progress. And it's you remember the Velociraptor ones that talk to each other and they run across and they peek round the corner.
Stalkers.
They know they're terrifying because they run at you with such pace, and you can see them like looking round at you.
Yeah,
Like,
with those things, they look so horrific and so utterly inhuman
Yeah.
that you sort of almost imagine the stink of the things.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
partly what makes them scary. But Casper has played a much scarier game, which
Yeah, a
is
game that really gets it, and it's been famed as the game that really gets horror. Yeah, it's probably at the moment one of the most famous horror games. Is Amnesia, Dark Descent, because it really gets that you have no idea what you're up against, and large parts of the game, the beginning of the game, you don't meet any enemies. You just walk around and it's a puzzle, but you're in this dark place and you know something's there. You hear noises, you see shadows moving, and as you progress, they become more and more frequent.
Just to give you a bit of a bit of perspective on this, Casper had to stop playing this game partly, in part because it scared him so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
I haven't finished it yet,
Oh,
actually.
wow.
But it's not just because it's scary, partly because it's scary. But
Yeah,
not
defend
just
you.
because.
Defend your
It's not
manhood.
because.
there's another game as well. I think is it Dark Souls, the one that's like impossible to complete? It's ridiculously
Yeah, that's
difficult.
because it's so hard.
Yeah, but there's
not because
bits.
it's scary.
I've read bits about it. Like you walk into this big black tunnel and you hear things scuttling past and all sorts. It's terrifying,
Yeah.
but you know that you can't. That this game is so difficult
Yeah.
that you can't. You know, you're helpless.
Mm.
You know, it's like walking into a zombie film with nothing to protect yourself with,
Yeah, yeah.
and you know that sort of thing. It's just you've got no hope. I think also, yeah, when you come to realise that, that's more terrifying.
Mm.
Like that's the problem with Dead Space is that you know you've got these fuck off good weapons.
Yeah.
There's a spear gun that you can shoot it, and then they run at you, and then you can blow them up. It's brilliant.
You
Anyone
chop
here
them
played
to
the
pieces.
Anyone here played the Silent Hill games?
No,
Oh no, I really want to though.
And
no,
Dane
it's
Howard
good.
professional.
Bye.
He'll be back, folks.
Boom.
No, I've heard so much great about Silent Hill.
Yeah.
And
Maybe we haven't played it
it
because
kind
we're
of plays
scared.
on that, especially with the Pyramid Head. I've said.
Yeah,
I've heard.
fuck me, what's
Because
that?
when he's introduced, you just see him kill some other enemies,
Mm.
and you can't really do anything. And afterwards, you can never kill this
Mm.
guy, and that's what's scary about him.
Mm.
Especially since you can kill everything else.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's something so much more terrifying. Yeah, Silent Hill. Yeah,
Yeah.
Feels kind of awkward to end it here now. Dane's run out on us. But,
A little better. He'll be
oh,
back.
yeah, it's good.
He might
Thanks.
have a game to chip in.
yeah.
He has played
No.
games. I think.
Well, I've heard there's back to Amnesia.
Hey.
One very good thing in Amnesia is also if you stay too long in the darkness, you'll go mad. You can go mad, and then you'll start seeing things that's not there, and that's
Cool.
a pretty
Scary
good
stuff.
thing. Yeah, that's scary. You know?
I'll tell you something
So you'll have to
scarier.
seek out life. Oh,
Driving back from holiday with your girlfriend who hasn't slept in the middle of the night, saying there's boulders in the middle of the road. That is
Yeah.
terrifying.
It's boulders!
Then you should definitely just suck and sleep.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're at the
oh, I
point
know,
where-
but it's not the case. Yeah. Anyway, have you got anything scary game-wise that you've played?
I'll be honest, I've not played many scary games,
Oh,
horror
serious?
film games at all. I think the scariest one is probably Call of Duty Black Ops, which I played recently.
Oh my god!
But if you talk about scary as in the
Why
sense
is
of
that-
what scares you, I mean, when I originally started playing gun games, I think 007 Nightfire, I was scared at the fact that I could be shot back at. I never played a game where it was such good graphics, and I could be something was hunting me as well as Splinter Cell as well. The first time I ever played that, because these were some of the first games I played on the GameCube. I'd only played 64 before then, where the scariest game I played was Banjo-Kazooie, Haunted House Mansion, the Haunted Mansion level, and I think that was just scary because you were in this environment where people were watching you and you're not knowing of it, and it was that. But I've not played any supernatural scary.
Actually, a game that's kind of, it's not scary, but there's just something really off about it, and it just has this really creepy vibe. Is Majora's Mask?
Yeah,
Majora's Mask.
It is. It's another Zelda game, but it still has. There's something off about it.
It's really dark, isn't it?
The music the main music puts to it that day. The Song of Healing. It's just got that creepy vibe, yet soul.
There's been so many
hitting
fan
the
theories
sound
and
to
fan
it.
stories about Majora's Mask. These horror things.
And there's that awesome quote from it as well. There's that awesome. How's it go? It's something like, "I see you're wearing that mask, but is that face behind the mask the true face of yourself?" It's quite
Whenever
good.
you put on the mask too, you're like screaming.
Oh,
and
it's
transforming.
it's
terrifying.
It's
And like
so
the song where you make the clones, they're like dead people.
Oh yeah, they're fucking horrible.
But
they are.
this is something I was looking at too. Some guy, he's just gone and he's called it. Have you heard of this guy YouTube channel? He's called the G Files.
No.
Plug it for him. He goes in his Zelda G Files. He goes in and he's trying to work out little clues that might have been in the Zelda story. And one of the cons has come out, which is obvious. I think it's actually quite correct, but I've not seen it myself. When you first start Majora's Mask, you cross that tree. When you later on in the game, you come across the Deku Shrub Princess, and the butler is a tree man thing, and he tells you of his son, who passed away a while back.
Oh yeah.
Later on, you find out that you find at the end of the game, you see him sobbing next to the tree. And then you find out, you already found out earlier on, but this deck, because obviously the soul of the mask has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
The Goron, it came from that
rune
or something, but it comes from the tree. You don't. They never tell you straight away, like in your face.
because you
but
see it.
you're left to imply that his soul has come from the Deku Shrub's son.
What makes Majora's Mask so creepy and off and weird? It's so unlike the rest of the Zelda games. It's like a nightmare that Link has.
Well, it's only once you use the same Link in the same time frame, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So they've gone and taken a different route to the typical.
It's like the nightmare that Link has between games. It's just so strange, and I mean, it's one of my favourite games, but it's just.
It's so undescribed. It's so hard to describe as well. I think it's also that you know it's coming, the imminent destruction of.
Exactly.
And it's
really the tune with the last 6 minutes you have of the day. The music that comes on, it's destruction. It's world destruction. You know that if you don't
acceptance.
complete, if you don't complete within this time, there's nothing left. There's nothing.
It's kind of scary. You know, you've got to wait till like an hour before you can get into the clock tower. That's terrifying because you sat there waiting, like, come on, it's just fucking there.
No, I thought that.
What's scary about that is the idea it's not just you; it's everybody else, and you're going to be responsible for everybody there.
It's saying that if you think from a child's point of view. I mean, my little sister, I know for a fact that she was terrified playing Ocarina of Time when you're adults. Because of the Redeads and
the
Redeads
and Ganon's Tower, and even the Forest Temple is actually quite scary itself.
But the Redeads are scary.
And especially the underground small.
Oh,
it's
the
not
well.
Really a temple,
The well. That was. I agree with that.
Scary.
No.
The one in Majora's
Time.
Mask is not very nice.
Ocarina of Time, the well. You don't want to go in there because there's so many. If I walk down here, will I fall through the floor? Well,
it was with the last boss there. That's
the dead hand.
Blinding.
Dead
that thing.
The one in Majora's Mask, the one that's in the desert place.
Is there a well?
Yeah, there's a well that you go into.
Canyon.
In the canyon. Sorry. There's a well that you go into. Down there, you have to wear the Gibdo mask, and it sort of makes it so the dead don't see you. But it's really easy to accidentally take it off. When you do, all you hear is, and then all of a sudden you start walking towards you like, oh my god!
fucking
you-
screams. That's what
Yeah,
scared me with the,
the scream,
readouts.
The one in Wind Waker is particularly bad as well, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Scream.
And it startles you and you can't do anything
Yeah,
about it.
that's,
Yeah.
that's actually that's,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a
where
really
you're frozen.
cool, realistic sort
Yeah.
of
But
thing. I mean,
but as well, they appear in Twilight Princess as well. They're dragging
Yeah,
their swords
yeah.
behind, and you see
they're
fucking come around the
yeah,
corner.
they're a mix of that and the skull,
Yeah.
skull Star Force.
Star Wars,
Oh, they are, aren't they? But you see them come around the corner, and they're scary coming around
and
the
they're
corner.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great level though. That
I love that
What was it
temple.
called? The temple.
The sand.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a,
The sand.
I think that's generally what the element was, but I think it was
Well, yeah.
called. I think it was,
Not just sand,
there
but
was-
sand.
It was Temple of the Gerudo Temple, Gerudo Fortress. Gerudo
Yes.
Fortress.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was I thought it was great. I have that mummy vibe about it.
Yeah.
Mummy vibe. But those little ones that came
Oh
out
yeah, those little
everywhere.
like monkey ones
Yeah.
that climbed all.
And they just came at you from
Yeah.
everywhere. But I love that level purely
I love
because
that
you tactically the way you played it.
Another criticism of Skyward Sword, people. We actually like Skyward Sword. We give it a lot of hate in the podcasts, but it lacked any of that whole thing.
Yeah.
It did. It did. I didn't. Have you finished it yet, Captain?
I finished it now, yeah.
You have.
Finally,
And what, how
finished
did you finally? Yes. Okay. How did you feel about it at the end? Because I've not heard your.
it. It was a good final fight. But
Yeah.
It's one of the weaker Zelda games.
I feel the last final fight. Although you have a great way of like moving and fighting, it did in hand to hand combat. It didn't have the epic feel that like Ocarina of Time had.
Yeah.
Wind
Where you
Waker.
had the music,
Wind Waker.
the sea crashing,
Yeah.
and the Twilight Princess when in the middle of Hyrule Field. That was
Yeah.
great. I love that fighting.
I'm not
On
quite
the
sure why
horse.
though,
On
because
the
it
horse,
didn't
yeah.
have it
But the
in a
music
quite,
from Ocarina of Time was just
Yeah.
brilliant.
they did have it in a quite epic setting though.
Yeah, but it was
But the
deliberate.
music wasn't that.
It was really
Music,
deliberate.
It's because Koji Kondo didn't actually
Yeah.
contribute to this.
But it was like it was trying to be
Yeah.
epic almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what I found with the latest Zelda games. They try to get more and more like a movie,
Mm.
which is not good in a way that we
Not for
now
a
see.
game.
See, the thing is, we now see Link as a character in a movie rather than
Yeah.
in Ocarina of Time. We see him as ourselves because
Yeah.
we control him.
That's
we do
why
what we
you can
want.
give him
He
an
has
ad.
no voice
Yeah.
because
Mm.
that's us.
Yeah.
We can't
So
talk.
Twilight Princess 2 tried to be dark and edgy and stuff.
Sorry?
You said
toilet
You said
princess.
toilet. Your accent,
I did
you'd say
say-
like toilet princess.
I said Twilight, but yeah, Twilight Princess.
That is a game I would play. Toilet princess.
I think that's a game that you
It
appreciate.
tried to be
Japanese,
scary
isn't it?
though. I mean, I really liked the game, but it wasn't scary
didn't
in
really-
the
It wasn't
same that
scary.
Majora's Mask was.
Twilight
It tried to
it
be
didn't.
dark, but
I think it
didn't
had a lot
have
to do
the
with the
same.
music though as well.
Yeah. Okay, the Twilight bits were pretty scary. In that. Well, not scary, but they were really cool. They looked like
They were cool.
proper
I
monsters.
think at the beginning, I think when
yeah.
you're running through the castle sewerage system and the jails,
And you
all
see
that,
the
you see
little
the
rat
dead.
ones.
Yeah, I think that was quite well. That was really good.
And when you first see it, when it picks you up and it's like examining you
yeah,
as well,
Yeah.
that's good. Bloody. Oh, because you see them on the poster and you don't get a sense of how big they are.
Yeah.
They're bloody massive.
Yeah. No, I thought that was. Oh, that game. Yeah, I think that's one of
Missed
those
that
ones you
game,
appreciate more with time.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Which
I haven't
I'm
played
not
it in
sure.
such a long
yeah,
time
you just
either.
you feel so.
Play.
But the Skyward Sword, I'm not sure if that'll ever happen. To be honest, I mean, I remember looking back to it and having a little bit of fun playing it, but I never had that awesome feeling that
But you should
I
get
felt
from Zelda
rewarded
games.
when I
True.
find in the older games you feel rewarded
All-
when you do complete a
Yeah.
puzzle.
Definitely.
All
Uh,
great games you sort of remember and they only ever get better over time.
Yeah.
Like you think
Exactly.
Half-Life, Portal, Majora's
Always
Mask.
Great.
Banjo
Portal's
Kazooie.
astonishing.
That's all
I
time.
cannot express how much I love that game.
Shadow of Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus.
I'm
So-
clearly
Reminiscing.
going for
Now
more
Shadow-
simple games here.
Yeah.
Shadow
Mario
of-
64.
Mario Galaxy. I'm sorry if I say that in
I'm
present
not a
company.
fan of Mario Galaxy. I've not played the second one yet, so I haven't played the second one.
I don't have no interest.
Apparently
in
it's
it.
quite good, but this is
Oh,
the
is
first one. Apparently it is, but I've seen gameplay for it. It looks quite nice. I mean, obviously the game looks really nice, but to be honest, I think Sunshine was a much better game.
Yeah, I agree. I've said this in the earlier podcasts, and there's the one person I've ever met who agrees with me.
Yeah,
Is there anything
just-
scary about Sunshine?
Nothing.
Then it's off topic.
Oh, I don't know. The slides are pretty.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Chain jumps freak me out.
Change
Yeah.
some- give you a rough old time. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we're a bit off topic, I guess.
So I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
this is possibly a good place to stop now. We're on 49 minutes.
Oh yes. Then it's
44.
44
Eyesight.
minutes.
good time to stop.
We need to drink, so we need to leave you. But once again, I mean, if you've listened this far, then you've clearly been entertained, so they'll only get longer. So you really dropped yourself in it here.
Don't tell him that.
And share this and spread it and comment and all of that.
Yes.
Just enjoy it.
Just like your Friday night.
Just enjoy. Seriously, like, just enjoy it. We hope you get some enjoyment out of this, and we're not just sort of yelling pointlessly into the void.
Well, so we do this normally, though, don't we? Like, people just generally talk to each other.
Yeah.
Nobody's got to hear it, but this way they might.
This way they might.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Dane will be joining us on a couple more podcasts.
I'd like to do so.
If you can convince the Australian Prison Service to release him on probation a couple of times.
Allowed to, yeah. But you
Yeah.
have to give them something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to get this ball and chain.
I think he murdered a clown. I think that's what he did.
Stole some bread. That's pretty much it.
Well, it's just, as an Australian, it's just in your genes.
Yeah.
And as Dane tries to attack me now, I will sign off. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
All right.